We're here in Monte Carlo for the Rendezvous de Septembre. For AM Best TV, I'm Richard Banks. And I'm joined now by Nancy Bewlay, who's CEO Reinsurance at Axa XL. Nancy, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Well, it's great to have you. So it's a very different landscape that we're meeting here in Monte Carlo this year. How are people approaching the Rendezvous this year?
I think in a prudent way, really having meaningful conversations about trends in the market. Everyone's recognizing inflation and the challenges that we're having as a society. So really great conversations that I think are thoughtful.
So it is an economic situation that's at the top of the agenda for a lot of people. What does the rising inflation situation mean for reinsurers, and how are they approaching that?
I think most of our conversations are going to be with our clients, making sure that they understand the impacts of inflation. We're going to want to see that they've contemplated that in their pricing, in their risk selection, in their reserve portfolios. It's really important for the industry that we recognize inflation after such a long benign period.
So that might lead through to pricing, as you say, and hardening in certain lines. What's your analysis of that situation?
I think we're going to continue to see hardening in the property cat space, but as an impact also of the Ukraine war, which sadly continues, we'll see hardening in the specialty space. I think we have to in both aviation and marine, and some would say also in casualty. We're watching social inflation and the creep of social inflation possibly to the international side.
So one of the topics that seems to be high on the agenda here as well is the rebalancing of portfolios. So how does that affect the business that you do, and what do you see there?
We did a complete exercise of rebalancing in 2022, and we believe we're in a good position coming to the 23 renewals. The rebalancing actually allows us to have a little bit more space in our portfolio for the long tail lines.
So part of that is talking about pricing, and there's talk now of a hard market or hardening market. A lot of people won't have seen a hard market before. What should we be looking out for, and perhaps where are the surprises going to come from?
I think the first thing you have to do is recognize it is a hardening market, right? And have the courage to take action. What you need to look out for are those technical aspects of being able to improve your portfolio and really having the courage to do that. It's to the benefit of not only the reinsurance industry, but the insurance industry and our clients. We have to set the portfolio while we can to accurately reflect what's going on in the market.
So, Nancy, you've got insurance in your blood. The last 3 years have reignited the debate about the insurance industry. What should we be thinking about there?
Inclusion. We really need to remove the barriers for entry. If we're going to be able to protect what matters and across all of society, we need to have all of society within the inside of the house. So focusing on that diversity, inclusion, and pulling people from all different backgrounds, geographies is super important for the health of the industry.
So the insurance and reinsurance industries are at the heart of the drive towards sustainability, but there are geopolitical challenges that perhaps threaten to interrupt that drive. How do you see that situation?
Well, Axa and Axa XL is very focused on climate change, ESG. It's part of our strategy for the future, protecting what matters. From a reinsurance perspective, we're focusing on working with our clients and really diving into where our clients focus on ESG so we can align our strategy. It's something that I think the entire reinsurance industry needs to do collectively so that we can have an impact.
Nancy, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
For AM Best TV, I'm Richard Banks.